Begin by finding just a comfortable way to sit. Feel the sitting bones drop down and back. And there might be a sense of heaviness through the body. And that's okay. That's quite normal, given circumstances. So feel that heaviness of the body and let yourself sit in it without trying to cover it up or run away from the discomfort of whatever's arising in yourself, in the community, in the country, in the world at large. So let yourself sit in all of it, rooted down, anchored. And then from that sense of heaviness, allow the spine to rise up as you lift through the crown of the head, becoming stable, calm. And then close your eyes. And now with the eyes closed, just begin to notice the breath. Notice the way it feels as it moves in and out of the body. Take a few moments to notice the qualities of the breath. Does your breath at this point today feel deep? Or is it shallow, kind of stuck? Is the breath smooth? Or does it feel rough, disconnected, jagged at any point? And finally notice where in the body the breath creates movement the most. Is it moving deep down into the belly as the diaphragm drops? Or is it more through the middle of the ribs, the chest? Or does it feel like tightness, breathing just into the upper chest? Just notice where your breath is going, what patterns might be holding through the body. And however you find your breath, however you find yourself today, meet yourself kindly, exactly there. In whatever circumstances might be present. And now start to deepen the breath. Let the belly be soft. So as you inhale, the breath drops way down into the body, letting the belly expand and then rising into the chest. And on the exhalations, the breath moves back out as the belly draws in towards the spine. Finding a little more fullness, a little more smoothness. And now start to hold a slight tone in the back of the vocal cords, deep in the throat, so that you feel the breath move across the vocal cords, creating some heat, a gentle sound like a wave or a whisper. Letting this friction serve to gently lengthen the breath without forcing it. And now layering on, as you inhale, bring the attention from the crown of the head straight down into the heart. And continuing even lower, all the way down to the base of the spine and the pelvic floor. On the exhalation, bring the awareness back up, rising through the center line, through the center of the heart, all the way up through the crown of the head. So as you inhale, attention moves down, filling the body, growing expansive, but rooting. And on the exhalation, rising up, even as the body softens, lift through the crown of the head. Now bring the hands together in front of the heart. And we'll chant the sound Om 3 times together. Thought to be this primordial sound, the sound of the universe. Follow the breath all the way out. Now a deep inhalation. Release the hands. Just sit in the stillness after the sound. See if you can feel that resonance through the center of the heart, creating space, cultivating compassion. And as you're ready, open your eyes. And then shift forward over the feet. And make your way onto hands and knees, all fours. Setting up with shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Just start moving the hips in big circles here. Circling the hips around the knees, bringing fluidity into the spine, the hips, sides of the waist. And now reverse direction, same movement. Come to a still in the center, and just press the hips to the heels, child's pose, Balasana. Let the forehead rest down as the arms extend forward. And take a few deep breaths here, letting the breath move into the back of the chest. Our body is a wonderful tool. And the breath is the way to access all the secrets of the body. The ways for calming ourselves, moving through the world with clarity, with kindness, with respect for all beings. So let the breath move through you, even in the difficult times, through the heaviness, the confusion, the anger. Moving from a place of groundedness, calm, able to respond with discernment. Inhale, rise up to all fours. And as you exhale, tuck the toes. Send your hips way up and back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few moments here to feel your way into the downward dog. You can pedal through the heels, turn the head side to side, roll through the shoulders, and move through the hips. Fully embodied, getting into all the little corners and crannies of the body. Now slowly walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Knees bent, feet about hip distance apart. Just drape the upper body over. You can turn the head side to side, maybe grab opposite elbows. And gently sway side to side. Heavy head. With the low belly drawing in towards the spine. Now release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. With soft knees, inhale, roll all the way up to stand tall. With standing tall, feel the feet root down into the ground, lift through the crown of the head. Long line through the center of the body. And shift your weight forward and back, and side to side, so you feel the weight move across the soles of the feet, connecting you to the ground, connecting you to earth. Then find the line right through the center, where you're balanced between front and back, left and right. Lift up through the crown of the head. And now as you inhale, lift the arms overhead as if you're drawing the breath from the feet all the way up, reaching out. And exhale, float the arms back down, get even taller. Again like that, using the entire breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Again. Very simple movements. Keep going. Now inhale, rise. This time as you exhale, dive forward with a long spine, reach way out, and then round at the bottom. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen, belly drawing in. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach tall. Exhale, back to center. Again like that. Inhale, lifting, rooting. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, back to where you started. Samastitihi. Once more. Full, steady, smooth breath. Then pause for a few breaths here. Notice any effects through the body. Whatever you feel. And now walk to the top of your mat, preparing for sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. Hands together in front of the heart. Again, feel the feet pressing downward as the crown of the head lifts out towards space into the expansive sky. And just as the river flows freely behind us, let the breath flow freely through the body, moving past obstacles, past obstructions, carrying the waste away with it, purifying, cleaning, clearing space, and changing as it moves along its course. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the right foot back, look forward. Exhale, left foot back. Empty of breath, lower knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward to meet it. Fold deeply. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach tall. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, right foot back. Lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, bright chest, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale to rise all the way up, strong legs. And exhale brings it back. So that makes one full round, leading first with the right leg, then the left leg. We'll move through 2 more rounds at our own pace, letting the river of breath fully move through us. And let the body take its own expression. If you forget the movement, no problem, just join back in at any point. As you're ready, we begin. whenever you finish, stand. Just bring the awareness inward. Feel the breath. Feel the heartbeats. Feel your body fully alive, glowing. Then release the hands, open the eyes, and step your right foot out in a big step to the right. Turn the toes towards the back of the mat, left toes slightly in, arms to a T. And now bend the right knee, moving into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana. And now as you inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms overhead, and then exhale, sink back in. Again like that. Inhale, gather in. Exhale, press down into the pose. 3 more times. Strong, steady breath. Now stay here in Warrior Two. Focused gaze out over the right middle finger. Sitting bones dropping low. Lift through the crown of the head. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach out over the leg, then hand to the shin or the floor. Left arm goes straight up. Turn to look up at the left thumb. Steady, full breath here. Root into the feet, and inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, turn the feet to the other side. Left toes out, right toes in. Arms to a T. Bend the left knee. Drop down into Virabhadrasana, Warrior Two. Sinking low. And now inhale, straighten the leg, lift up. Exhale, press the arms down, bend the knee. Again. Three more times. Letting the breath move you fully into the shape. Now stay here in the pose, feet firmly rooting into the ground, spreading across the chest as the fingers reach in opposite directions. Steady gaze out over the left fingers. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And as you exhale, triangle, Trikonasana, reach out over the leg. Then left hand down, right arm up. Turn to look up at the right thumb. Every inhalation, spread the chest. And as you exhale, feel the belly draw in. Gently roll the chest open, left hip pulling back underneath you. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, release the hands. Turn both feet parallel, facing the side of the mat, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest here. Exhale, fold forward, halfway down. And then release the hands to the floor, or you can place them onto something or bend the knees if the ground feels far away. Inhale, reach the chest forward, long spine. And exhale, fold all the way down. Crown of the head drops as the sitting bones float upward. Lowest band of the belly pulling in to give you space to fold over. Steady rhythmic breath. Strong through the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the hips. With strong legs and a flat back, inhale, stand all the way up. And exhale here, rooting into the feet. Now inhale, spread the arms, broad chest. Exhale, hands behind the low back, interlace your fingers. As you inhale, send the hands down, lift through the chest. Now exhale, fold forward. Hands come up off the back, floating overhead as the crown of the head drops. Steady breath. Now inhale, stand all the way back up, one smooth motion. And as you exhale, release the hands, step back to the top of the mat. And now shift the weight into the left foot. And turn the right knee out to the side. Then place the foot for tree pose, Vrikshasana, either to the ankle, the calf, or to the inner thigh. Wherever the foot presses on the leg, press the leg back into the foot. Then hands to heart center. Establish a steady gaze, steady breath. Growing tall through the center line. And if it feels stable, extend the arms overhead, growing even longer. Deep inhalation here. And then exhale, hands back to heart center. Unfold the right leg. Set it down. Shift the weight into the right foot. And turn the left leg out. Place it for the second side. Either go low below the knee or high above the knee, just avoiding pressing directly against the side of the knee. Hands to heart center. Find the steady gaze, the drishti. Steady breath, steady focus. And if you like, extend the arms up. Allowing the breath to move freely. Up and down through the center of the body. Inhale, grow even taller. And exhale, hands back to heart. Unfold the left leg, set it down. And again, pause for a few breaths here. Simply feeling the ground under your feet. Feeling the breath move through the body. Notice any effects at this point in the practice. And now step back to the top of your mat, if you're not there already. Inhale, arms overhead, reaching tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Plant the hands, step back into a high plank position, and pause here with the heels pressing back. Chest reaching forward, strong through the legs, hollow belly. Deep inhalation. And now exhale, slowly lower all the way down. You can drop the knees or go in one piece. Flip the tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale for Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. And exhale, hips to heels, Child's Pose, Balasana. A few grounding, calming breaths here. Into this familiar, comfortable shape. Curled into yourself. Feeling the breath. And now walk the hands in towards the knees. Come up to a kneeling position. And then shift the feet out in front to sit in Dandasana, the staff pose. Hands alongside the hips, sitting tall. Lift through the crown of the head, even as the sitting bones root down, heels root down, then press through the mound of the big toe, spiraling the lower legs inward. As you lift through the crown of the head, then draw the chin slightly back and tuck it down as if you're holding a mango underneath your chin. So there's a slight constriction through the throat. Inhale, let the chest rise, heart floats up. As you exhale, keep the chest lifted, spacious, and the belly draws in and up. A few deep breaths here, feeling the floating heart. Now inhale, lift the head, lift both arms overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward out over the legs, Paschimottanasana. Grab anywhere you can on the feet or the legs. Inhale, back away for length. And now exhale, fold in. Every breath, let this wave cycle through. Inhales for length, exhales to soften. Inhale, back away, look up. And then release, sit tall. Now bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together with the legs out in a nice wide diamond shape here. Sitting tall again. Now start to fold forward. Walk the hands way out in front. And traction back on the hands to help surge the chest. And now let yourself soften in. Every exhalation, see if you can soften somewhere a little bit more. Letting the nice long exhalations calm the nervous system. And letting the nice full inhalations bring some vitality, courage, hope. Slowly roll up to sit tall. Draw the knees together, and now come to sit about halfway up the mat, knees bent, feet on the floor. Hold behind the legs, lift through the chest. And now lean back until you can pick up the feet for Navasana, the boat pose. Belly drawing in, lifting through the chest. Reach both arms forward if possible, shoulders floating up and back. And lift the shins parallel to the ground, spread the toes. If it feels stable through the center, see what happens if you straighten the legs. Steady gaze, steady breath. Feel the inner fire gathering in the center, giving you power, creating strength, burning up all that you don't need. Inhale, lift a little higher. And then exhale, release. Feet to the floor, sit tall. And now reaching the arms forward, slowly roll down onto the back. Walk the heels in towards your hips until you can just brush the heels with the fingertips. On an inhalation, knees move forward, lift up into bridge pose. Setu Bandha Chaturanga. Interlacing the hands under the back, walk the shoulder blades in towards each other. So the cervical spine, base of the neck, are lifting up off the floor, floating. Steady, full breath here. Knees reaching forward, inner thighs spiraling down to narrow the front of the pelvis, letting the low back soften, spread. Deep inhalation, watch it fill the belly and chest. And now exhale, slowly release the shoulders and hands. And roll all the way down, hips come down last. And just let the knees drop together. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to the low belly. And just pause here. Feel the gentle rise and fall of the body with every breath. Same breath that moves through all other living beings. Now draw the knees wide outside the ribs, hands to the front of the shins. Flex the feet as you pull the knees up towards the shoulders, pressing the heels down and away, tailbone to the floor, sacrum grounded. And knees together, gently rock side to side. You can make small circles with the knees, massaging out the low back and sacrum. Come to a still in the center. Extend the arms out to the sides and drop both knees over to the right for a nice gentle twist. Turn the head to look left if that feels okay on the neck. Inhale, knees back through center. And as you're ready, drop the knees over to the left. Turn to gaze right, letting the body soften down. Inhale, knees back to center. Wrap your arms around the shins. Lift the head and chest, eyes towards the knees, squeezing everything into a tiny little ball. And then release. And arrange yourself for the final resting pose. The legs roll gently outward. The arms rest, the palms face up. Shoulders soften onto the back. Tuck the chin just slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. Now take a deep inhalation. Feel the breath move into the body, expanding it in every direction. And as you exhale, the breath flows down and back, spreading across the back of the body, washing all the way down to the heels. Soften the soles of the feet. Soften the toes, the arches, tops of the feet. Soften your ankles. Soften the lower legs. Soften the knees. Soften the thighs. Let the hips be soft. Soften the pelvis. Soften the low back, sacrum, sides of the waist, all the internal organs. Soften the ribs. Soften the heart. Soften the lungs. Soften the front of the chest, back of the chest, sides of the chest. Soften the armpits. Soften the front of the shoulder, top of the shoulder, back of the shoulder. Soften the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Let the hands be soft, palm of the hand, back of the hand, thumbs, all the fingers. Now soften your neck, soften the throat, sides of the neck, back of the neck. Soften the jaw, releasing the tightness held there. Soften the forehead, cheeks, lips. Let the tongue be soft inside your mouth. And soften the eyes in their sockets. Soften the nose, soften the ears. Soften the space between the ears and the cave of the skull. Soften all the skin around the scalp. And finally soften at the crown of the head, the very top. And if there's anywhere left holding that doesn't need to be holding, see if you can let yourself soften there. And then simply rest, held in a state of pure being. Begin to deepen the breath again. Bringing awareness back to the body. And start little movements in fingertips and tips of the toes. On an inhalation, reach both arms overhead, draw the legs together, stretch long through the center line. Slowly bend the knees. And roll to the right side, supporting your head with your arm. And use the hands to press your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Same as we started, sitting bones dropping down and back. Lift up through the crown of the head. Close the eyes. And bring the awareness inward again, onto the breath. On every inhalation, feel the breath move in and down, filling the center of the heart, expanding. And as you exhale, radiate out from the heart, letting that sense of spaciousness spread out like a light, penetrating into the rest of the world. So every inhalation, draw the breath and the awareness right to the center of the heart. And as you exhale, sending that out. A radiant, loving light. Holding all beings in your heart. Not just some, everyone. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. And we'll close the practice by chanting Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Draw the breath in. Shanti. Thank you so much for practicing.